Okay, let's talk about Salesforce App Builder, but in a normal way, not in a technical or Xbox way. Because if you're new to Salesforce, you probably see the term App Builder everywhere, and honestly, it feels a little confusing at first. And when people first hear a builder, it sounds more complicated than it actually is. So instead of memorizing definitions, let's just step back and look at the big picture. At a very basic level, Salesforce App Builder is about how Salesforce looks and feels for the users. You're not writing code, you're not building something from scratch. When I say build, I don't mean starting from zero. It's more about arranging, customizing, and sharing what people see on their screen when they work in Salesforce. You mainly use a builder to create and customize landing pages and apps. So you're deciding things like what information is visible, how it's organized, and how users interact with Salesforce. Now, why does a builder even exist? In real life, not everyone in a company works in the same way, right? A sales rep, a support agent, and the managers all need different information to their jobs, right? So it wouldn't really make sense if everyone see exact same Salesforce screen. That's where a builder comes in. A builder allows to tailor pages and apps to specific users' roles or profiles. Instead of forcing people to work around Salesforce, Salesforce adapt to their people. And this is where the benefits of a builder really show up. Within a builder, you can create personalized user experiences. So you can simplify pages, unnecessary information, highlight what actually matters, and make the system feels much cleaner and easier to use. And the nice part is you do all of this visually. You drag things, you drop things. You move components around. You don't need to know everything right away. What matters most of this stage is understanding that a builder is about the user interface. So when you hear terms like lighting page, components, or layouts, don't don't get overwhelmed, okay? All of those are just tools that help you design a better screen for the users, right? In this playlist, we are going to break everything down slowly. We will talk about objects, fields, page layouts, lighting page, and later automations. But before going to all those details, it's really important to understand where a builder fits in the whole Salesforce system. If you understand this part, the rest of Salesforce starts to make much more sense. So don't rush it. This playlist is not about memorizing things for an exam, it's about actually understanding how Salesforce works. If you're learning Salesforce App Builder step by step, stick around. We are going to take this one piece at a time. Okay, now let's talk about something you will hear all the time in the Salesforce, declarative and programmatic customization. At first, these words sound crazy, but the idea behind them is actually very simple. In Salesforce, there are basically two ways to customize the system. One way is declarative, the other way is programmatic. Declarative customization means you customize Salesforce using point and click. You're working directly in the browser, you click, you select options, you configure things. There is no code involved. What you need is an understanding of how Salesforce works, objects, fields, page, flows, but not programming. That's why declarative customization is so powerful. It's visual, it's faster, it's easier to maintain. And when Salesforce releases updates, declarative solutions are usually easier to upgrade. This is also why most admins and app builders work mainly with declarative tools. Now, the second type is programmatic customization. This is when you customize Salesforce using code. Programmatic customization requires coding skills. It's used when declarative tools are not enough. For example, when you need very complex logical behavior that goes beyond standard Salesforce features. So instead of clicking and configuring, developers write code to extend what Salesforce can do. But here is something really important to understand. In Salesforce, declarative always comes first. We don't jump into the code immediately. We first ask, can this be done declaratively? If it's answer yes, we use declarative tools. Only when declarative options are not enough do we move to programmatic solutions. So think of it like this. Declarative customization is about building and customizing using Salesforce standards tools. Programmatic customization is about extending Salesforce when those tools reach their limits. Both are important, but for a builder, and especially at the beginning, declarative customization is your foundation. As we continue in this playlist, you will see many examples of declarative tools, and later you will also understand when and why programmatic solution is accessed. But for now, the key takeaway is simple. Declarative means point and click. Programmatic means is code. And Salesforce is designed so what you can do a lot without writing in any code. Now I want to show you this picture because this is where things usually click. On the left side, you see common declarative tools. There are things like flow builder, validation rule, formal fields, right? Approval process, quick actions. All of those are points and click tools. This is the world where app builders and admins spend most of their time. On the right side, you see programmatic tools. This is where coding comes in, like Apex, Lightning components, Visualforce, APIs, right? This side is usually handled by developers. And the important things to understand is this: in Salesforce, we always start on the left. We use declarative tools first. Only when those tools are not enough, we move to the right side. So if you are learning App Builder, don't feel overwhelmed by everything on this screen. You are not expected to master all of this at once. You are building your foundation on the declarative sides. The most important question: when do we actually use declarative customization and when do we move to programmatic? This slide is not about memorizing tools, it's about understanding the boundaries. So let's start with the declarative side. If you use cases something like creating, updating, deleting records, assigning records to users, sharing rules, or customizing detail page, they are all very common business needs. And for those types of requirements, declarative tools are usually more than enough. That's why on the declarative side, you see tools like Flow Builder, assignment rules, sharing rules, and page layouts. Those are designed exactly for those situations. They are visual, faster, and easier to maintain. Now let's look at the programmatic side. We move here when their requirements goes beyond what decorative tools can handle. For example, if you need to create a custom web service or custom email service or very specific validation that can't be done declaratively, or highly customized user interface or navigation pattern, that's when programmatic solutions come in. This is where tools like Apex, Lightning Web Components, and Visual Force are used. These require coding skills, are usually handled by developers. But here's the key mindset in Salesforce: we don't start with code. We always start by asking, can this be done declaratively? If the answer is yes, we stay on the declarative side. Only when declarative tools reach their limits too, we move to programmatic solutions. Okay? So if you're learning a builder, this is really important. You don't need to know everything on the slide. Your focus is mainly on the declarative side. That's your foundation. And understanding this decisions process will help you a lot as you continue learning Salesforce. And it helps you like in a builder, not just like someone clicking buttons, right? And with that, you now have a big picture understanding of Salesforce App Builder.